Hello everybody, this is Hybrid, and today I'll be reviewing Ultimate Spider-Man Ultimate Comic Spider-Man, issue number 15. So we start off at Brooklyn Vision's Academy, and if you actually look in New York, you see SHIELD helicarriers everywhere. And you have Miles and Gank, they're talking. Gank's trying to convince Miles to say random things when he's hitting something, and they look at the web shooters. Now, as someone who is a major science nerd like myself, I'll be the first one to point out to you, because I've actually studied for months on end, protein sequence for silk. It is much longer than that tiny sheet Gank is holding up. First off, there is a crap ton of amino acids just in translation, and I'm not even getting to like the different sheets like the beta sheet. I'm not even getting into that. I'm just talking about like the overview. And then to make it, you need a DNA sequencer. So yeah, that's like a few $1 million right there for the amino acids and the sequencer. Just those two things. We're not even going into anything else regarding it. So I'm very interested to see how they try making the fluid. But we have that, and basically Miles is walking back to his house. We have Maria Hill, who's now a detective for the New York Police Department, and we have Miles' dad and mom. So they're essentially talking about Uncle Aaron's death, aka the Prowler, and it turns out at least supposedly, the shocker gauntlet he had malfunctioned and that exploded. Even though the way that she kind of says that, it seems to be that she's really covering up for Spider-Man, maybe knowing Miles is Spider-Man, or knowing the fact that Spider-Man wouldn't kill somebody. So that we have that conversation, which kind of upsets Miles' dad, because Miles' dad does not want Miles being brought into this, even though obviously he doesn't know that his son is Spider-Man. We move on and we go to the library, and Gank is lifting up Miles, and they're like celebrating basically over the fact that the police do not think that Miles killed his uncle now. So we go to the auditorium because there's like an assembly going on, and it turns out, due to what's going on right now in America, the school will be shutting down until essentially the city thinks it's safe to continue on with school, which Miles and Gank see as a great chance to try helping out. So Gank tells Miles to go to the Ultimates and ask to help them out, maybe even join the Ultimates, which I doubt they're going to let happen, because Miles has it's not that he's not powerful enough, but just the fact that he's really young and his experience level is really low as well. Maybe I could see them letting him help with the mission or so, but nothing more than that. So now we go to Miles, and he is going to the SHIELD headquarters, or the Ultimates headquarters, and it's funny because he catches on one of the jets, or yeah, I guess you could call it a jet. So he catches on one of the SHIELD jets and brings him to the Triskelion, and he hits the wall, which alerts your security systems. So they have guards set outside. The guards are shooting at Miles. He takes care of them, obviously, but in a kind of comical way, he slips on a water puddle because it's raining right now, and there we have Captain America right there asking what he's doing. And basically we have Miles saying, Spider-Man reporting for duty, I want to be an Ultimate, help out. And Captain America, the look on his face is like, I can't believe this is happening. We also have To Be Continued, which I'm going to be honest, I feel is being overused now. Like, it was fine a couple issues ago, but they didn't use that before, and it really built the suspense. But now it's like, you didn't have to use it, so that kind of brings down the whole, I guess, the point of adding that in there. So let's go on to my scores. Art 5, plot 4, writing 4, characters 4, enjoyment 7.5. That's about a 24.5 out of 30, aka at 82%, which must be like, hey, that's kind of low for a usual Ultimate Spider-Man or Ultimate Comics Spider-Man rating. And the reason why is like, well, art is amazing. Even if you don't like the penciling or the inking or the coloring, give it on for the background. Like, if you guys follow this review and actually read the comic as well, the detail that goes in just with the rain alone is amazing. Like, there's very few comics out there, especially now, that have this level of beauty and detail in their art. Props out to them for that. Plot 4, writing 4, and characters 4. The reason why is because while I did enjoy it, I'm starting to feel it's I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, I'm actually really happy that the plot, it's still being involved in the whole divided we fall slash united we stand storyline, and I'm really happy that they're not just leaving Uncle Aaron's death the way it is. But the truth of the matter is, we all know how it's gonna. Like, maybe it's just because I know it's gonna happen already, because a few people and websites, I'm not gonna say their name though, they spoiled it for me. So really, I saw this coming and it didn't really surprise me now. But one thing that kind of didn't bother me that much, but at the same time bothered me, was the fact that it just seemed that they're really rushing some things now. Like that they really want to push ahead so they can get more interesting stories. Because I feel with the whole crossover going on right now, that's keeping them from doing like their own just Spider-Man storyline, especially since the Ultimate Universe is very shared, if you know what I mean right now. So yeah, I feel like they're very, I don't know, I just feel creatively they're not branching out like they did in the first few issues, and it's staying very flat, and not like flat as in like flat, dynamic, static type of English terms. I'm talking like flat as in like the creativity levels of the storylines. So I hope, even though I know it's kind of confusing the way I explain that, I hope you guys do understand what I'm saying by that. But the characters, I felt all the characters were themselves, except for Miles was acting kind of wacky in this issue, and not wacky in a sense where I mean basically, oh, he's a cartoon character wacky, but I mean he really reminded me of Peter Parker. So I feel like in this issue, Bendis accidentally might have added too much Peter Parker in there. That's just me personally, because I was reading, probably because I was just rereading a few Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 1 issues, so that's probably why. But enjoyment 7.5, because like I said, I feel like the creativity levels for the issue with the whole event is just being really flat right now. And also this, really the whole, like, the fact that I know it's going to happen already, and that they reused to be continued again, even though they didn't have to use that. That just kind of, I didn't really enjoy that aspect of it. But it's nice to see, because I know it's going to happen already, it's nice to see what's going to happen, but still kind of ruins it knowing what's going to already happen in the future in the first place. So yeah, 82%. This is Hybrid. Please subscribe, comment, like, and see you guys later.